Where there's smoke, there's fire, am I right? So we have a lot of information coming in about Xbox, about PlayStation, about what's coming next, and I gotta tell you, I'm very excited about all these things. I'm a huge gaming fan, first and foremost. Obviously, I'm very interested in what PlayStation's going to offer. I'm very interested in what Xbox is going to offer. We're already kind of in the middle of what the Nintendo Switch is going to offer, so I'm pretty pleased with what they're doing. It just all comes down to what the big two are going to do, because they're going to do something similar, and so it's really going to come down to what is PlayStation going to offer versus what Microsoft is going to offer. And I think PlayStation is going to have some pretty nice offerings. So according to one person anyway, this analyst, he's believing that the PlayStation 5 is going to launch a little bit later than what most people are predicting, and this would be very interesting if true. Obviously, there's a lot of rumor and speculation around the next generation of consoles. Sony and Microsoft are ramping up progressively, very quickly, and they want things to get out there as soon as possible. Obviously, Sony has a bunch of games towards the end of this generation. When are they going to come out? Are they going to be cross-gen? Are they going to come out first and then they're going to launch different stuff with the PS5? We don't really know. But on the Sony front, there's an analyst that has suggested that the PS5 will be out by the end of next year, while it is kind of very much an assumption among many that that is going to be when it's going to launch. However, there is an industry analyst from Rakuten Securities. It'll still be a while yet, according to him, before Sony launches his next consoles. In their recently written support, it's unlikely that the PS5 will be launching before March 2020, but in all likeliness, Sony will be holding the console's release back even longer than that, and he predicts that the PS5 will launch in the financial year of 2021-2022, between April 2021 and March 2022, which would imply a late 2021 release. Now, not too long ago, IDC analyst Lewis Ward also said something similar, saying that according to his projections, the PS5 and the next Xbox would both be launching in 2021 at the earliest. Then again, Michael Pachter, as you guys know, said it's unlikely that that will happen. Here's the thing. Sony is winding down what they're doing with the PS4. I don't believe that the PS5 is going to come out in 2021. I believe it's going to come out in November of 2020, just like the next Xbox. I think that they're going to come out relatively close to each other, and I think that Sony's going to have one heck of a lineup with the cross-gen titles, The Last of Us 2, and possibly some other things like Ghost of Tsushima and things like that. So I believe that if, and this is a big if, like I highly doubt this, if the PlayStation 5 were to come out in, say, 2021 and the next Xbox comes out in 2020, that would be a huge win for Microsoft, because obviously Microsoft wants to get their stuff out there early. But then again, is some of that negated with the fact that Microsoft wants to put a lot of their content on other platforms? I really think that's the point where a lot of us sort of have to take this information with a grain of salt and wonder what's going to happen. I really think that Microsoft and Sony obviously want to have their consoles out relatively close to each other, because that's what I guess competition is good for. And then, of course, a lot of this is depending on, hey, are you going to be able to play these Xbox, quote-unquote, exclusives on competing platforms day and date? Like, what's going to go on there? I think a lot of that has to do with it as well. If it's true that that is going to happen, then I think that that's a big benefit for Sony, and it makes the Xbox less of a must-have console going forward. But I would love your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. I'm going to link this so you can check it out. Please, if you enjoy the content, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.